Hello and welcome to my latest FM21 Journeyman video with Makkasa here in Egypt. I'm Steve Wiss, otherwise known as Meatman Soccer, and the last time I was with you I decided to change formation after this drubbing here against Pyramids. We switched formation from the 3-3-3-1 to a more conventional 4-2-3-1, and the results have been good. With this system we won 4 out of 5 games, and the one defeat was against Al Ahly, who are third in the league, I do believe. So, switching to this system here, we remember we started with this system for most of the season. We decided we need to change something more conventional. We've gone to this system here, and results have been good. Now, remember beforehand, results against the teams below us were quite good, even with the original formation. We were with 7 wins, 2 draws, and 3 defeats. Well, we've improved that now to teams below us to now 11 wins, 2 draws and 3 defeats, because we've won all these matches. Victories were against teams below us in the table, but I think the manner that we actually won them was quite encouraging. Now, this was the first victory against Arab contractors. We actually won this 3-2. The XG very even. You would think an even game here. I felt we had control of it, certainly for the first half. And then it became a little bit more of a wild second half. 51% possession, which is interesting. We wanted to increase possession because we moved to a slightly shorter passing system. But I think when you've lost this many games, just take any result. It doesn't matter what sort of kind of performance you get. Sometimes you almost just want to get the result. We got it, and since then we've kept 3 clean sheets out of 4. Now, clean sheets were not a thing we were doing with the original formation, even against sides down there at the bottom. El Gouna away, this is a good result. El Gouna are not that bad. They're not a bad team. We restricted them pretty well. We got a couple of goals. Again, possession 50% is kind of where we want to be. Military production, they are in the bottom 3. This was a comprehensive victory. We battered them really. It could have been more than 2. Again, we're in possession. Is where the sort of areas we want to be. And Smuha away from home, they are bottom of the league, so we'd expect to win this easily. Again, we restricted them well. We got the possession on the ball that we wanted. We weren't keeping clean sheets before. Now, this was the defeat against Al Ahly, 3-1 away from home. This is where nothing's particularly changed, I wouldn't say. Not in terms of the match stats anyway. We were getting battered. I think what was different with this game is I felt we had a little bit more of a threat at times, using our current system. A little bit more of a threat, and we kind of hung in the game a bit longer than normal. It was 66 minutes, it was still 1-0. They were the better side, they deserved it, they still beat us pretty well. 45% possession wasn't too bad either. Like, we've been down in the 30s against some of these teams, so it was a slight improvement. I felt it wasn't like significant, it was slight improvement. We still lost the game, and we still managed, we conceded quite a lot of shots. Ultimately, there's a big gulf in class, so I felt we had a little bit more of a chance with this system. Perhaps going forward next season we can have a new variation of 4-2-3-1 against these teams, which is maybe a bit more cautious defensive, which might give us a better chance. In terms of actual what's changed then, well, here we are. This is the team. We've kept the same 11 pretty much every match. I think there was 1 suspension we had to change, but anyway, the goalkeepers played well, but crucially these fullbacks have come in. El Shabwari and Yusuf Ramadan have come in, and they've played quite well. Now, the thing is, neither of these are that great for me. El Shabwari is not too bad, actually, to be fair, his profile, but he's not that great. Ramadan is more of a natural right back. I mean, you look at that profile, he doesn't scream brilliance to you, even for Egyptian level, in the league we're at. So for these to have really played well in the system, 7.18 average in the last 5 games, and 7 average is very encouraging. The 2 centre backs have come up well. Massamba's even been at a better rating than Al Waladi, which you wouldn't expect. So defence has performed really well in this system. That was the whole idea of it. We go to a flat back 4, and it improves in that respect. Midfield, we've had the centre mid defend role and centre mid attack role. Now, Bile has done really well. Black Williams Bile, nearly a 6.98 wasn't in the last 5 games. He's done well. He's had 3 matches where he's had 3 assists and average ratings over 7. The 6.5 against Al Ahly, we'll almost write that off because it's Al Ahly. In the first match, he only did 71 minutes against Arab contractors. But really encouraging from him. Even El Grouse has managed to put in an average rating of 6.78 during this period. which is better than his seasonal average of 6.7. And again, what let him down was probably this match against Al Ahly. He's not putting in special ratings by any means. He did manage a 7 here against Al Guna. It's a slight trend in the upgrades. The one down again, we just still can't get a tune out of Radwan, although he has again probably done a little bit better than his seasonal average. At least we've been getting like a 6.9 here from him and a 7.1. We can't get any assists, we can't get any goals. I don't know what we can do to get this player firing. Maybe we've got to change the role or whatever, because he should be doing a lot better. He should be one of the best players in the team. What role do I play him as? You know, we've tried him pretty much everything, and we can't do it. Maybe his lack of pace hinders him. One big thing that's changed, Baba, who's been inconsistent in terms of goals this season, he's found form. He's had a couple of braces, and that's really good from him. He's inconsistent, so we accept that. He can be up and down, but before this run he was nowhere. This system seems to put him in the game a lot more. For some reason, him as a striker here, it's the same role, but he's a lot better in this formation system than he was before. So yeah, he's had 4 goals. He could have had more. He's been a real live wire. Arafat continues to perform very well in this system, and Solomon on the right hand side has been better than his seasonal average as well. He's put in one very good performance and a couple of 6.8, 6.9s. So overall, we're getting more out of the team with this system. Okay, it's against 4 of them 5 games were against sides below us. So we're going to do a match, and it was going to be this one against Ittihad, as I explained, but I actually went through it. There were some technical problems with the recording, so unfortunately it's not going to be Ittihad. We lost it late. It's unbelievable, actually. We took the lead. We were generally in control of proceedings. It was a low-scoring XG match. They equalised. Then the other man sent off, and they nicked it at the death with a header. So it was a bit of a gutting defeat, really, because it leaves us in 10th place, 1 point behind Ittihad, and they've got a better goal difference of 4. So we're going to have to get some points to get near them. They've got Zamalek to play, and they've got Vadi Degla to play. We have got NP and Wadi Degla. So you never know, do you? I mean, I think it's going to be difficult for us now, but there is a difference between 9th and 10th. Like I say, a top half finish or a mid-table finish. It's funny, isn't it? This spot can get you a better rating with the board, and it can probably improve your rep as well. So it'd be nice to do well. I mean, MP actually one of the few times we picked up points against teams in the top half. We beat them 4-3 at home. It was a crazy game. We were actually good value for this victory. I think they just had a bad day at the office. They're very much a possession-based side. Actually, second best in the league in terms of possession. This particular day here, they had a lot of the ball, 65%. I think the sort of side we can maybe catch them on the break a bit. So we'll see. There is one bit of team selection news. Unfortunately, the captain Barber, who was in good goal scoring form, is out for 2 months with a back stress problem. So he's done for the season. We're bringing in Mohamed Al Said, whose pace might help us in this game, actually getting behind them. We're going to stick with this 4-2-3-1 system. We might change mentality as we go into the game, but let's see how we get on. Not expecting much out of this, to be honest. They're a good side. They're right up there in the table. We've struggled against most of these teams. It does encourage me that we beat them, though. So you know, maybe there's something there. I don't know what to say here. How about we've got nothing to lose, to show how good we are? I think that certainly got a few motivated, didn't it? So NP, there they are, 4-2-3-1, possession-based system, patient. They're going to wait for their chances, try and sort of almost score a perfect goal, I think, by the sound of it. We're 4-2-3-1 as well these days, of course. Our passing is set to slightly shorter, but really the way we're going to try and win this game is something on the break, I think. So yeah, let's see how it goes. I'm not that optimistic, but you never know. You just never quite know, do you, in football? Anyway, we're going to start. I'm sticking with the tactic because we've been training this tactic, so it makes sense to. If the first 10 minutes looked so bad, we're going to have to look at mentality. We might even have to look at making some drastic changes in the team. So it's one of them first 10 minutes where I hope either we score, we look all right, or they sort of dominate us without scoring, and we can actually make some changes. Worst thing that could happen if we scored, if we conceded within, you know, the first couple of highlights. There's not much we can do. Then we'd probably have to stay attacking. So initial impressions, the possession battle at the minute, they're actually not winning it as much as I thought. They're getting the shots away. We're not obviously getting much. Now they're starting to win the possession. 64%. Like I say, they're a sort of side, they rack up the possession. What? We're on extended highlights. Not much has happened. They're racking up the shots. They've got a corner here. A stupid way to concede, that is. Absolutely stupid. First highlight is a goal. And it's from a corner. So bang goes any idea of going defensive for now, really. I think conceding from set pieces is sometimes not much you can do. It might be a case if you just don't have the players. So we encourage the entire team. The good thing is that's the only highlight. And there was a big chance. The goal was a big chance. It was an XG of where was it? The goal. I think didn't say there, but the worry is we're not creating anything because they're having 70% of the ball. 70% of the ball. But they're not doing a lot with it. We've got an injury. We'll probably look at that half time because we're going to have to change something at half time. Nothing's happening defensively. Obviously, we're doing okay. They haven't created clear-cut chances. Most of their shots seem like they're either just tame or something. But we obviously can't get on the ball. They're going to get a crossover. This better not just be 2 highlights and 2 goals. It really better not. It's a block shot. Isn't that funny how they show you that, but none of them other shots that come in are probably bigger chances? There might be another shot. There is, and it's saved. There is another highlight now as well. This is a bit more concerning. They look direct for once. They've got a man over here. That's a good block. We do block shots well. There's no doubt about that. We always have done all year. So they're passing it well. They're clear. You can see why they're a good passing side, can't you? Well, we've been outplayed there. We're not getting anything on the ball. 29% possession, 13 shots against XG 1.4. The goal for me was the big, XG about it, really. But we've not even had a bloody shot. So, right, we're gonna have to show me something else in this second half. Right, and we are going to change the tactical approach. It's clear we're going to have to do something to change things. Right, this is a time because we're not getting the ball. We're actually going to have to get stuck in, and we're going to have to get more urgent pressing. So we're going to move those up. They're going to have to do a bit more work. The line probably needs to be a bit higher. We're going to take some risks. We need to when we've got the ball, we need to be passing it as well. So we may need to be very much shorter passing, I think, just so we actually keep the ball slightly lower tempo. I think we will go slightly lower tempo just so we can keep the ball. This is the big difference here. We're getting a lot more sort of doing that. I want us to counter press them, and I want us to counter attack. I don't want us to counter attack because I don't want us to lose the ball. I want us to counter press. Okay? Makes sense here. This is just a situation where we have to make something happen. We're going to take Solomon off and put Al Zahabi in. We've been the complete opposite all year. We've been not pressing. We've been staying on feet. We have to win the ball back. When you're at 29% of the ball, we have to try something different. So that's exactly what we're doing in this second half. We didn't lay a glove on them in that first period. Let's see if we can do a bit more in this second half. I want to see that possession increased in in the second half to overall possession like 35%. You know, if we're sort of operating at 60-40 range overall in this second half, they've got a free kick from Makkasa. They've scored an absolute beauty. What can you say about that? This is a weird game. Like, there's not many highlights. 2 of them have been goals. They've dominated us in terms of statistics. This is confusing. Like, have we been that bad? I don't know. Or are a lot of these shots kind of for nothing? We just can't lay a bloody glove on these lot. We can't. Right, are we actually finally going to get a highlight here? I just wonder whether maybe the passing needs to stay direct just to give us a chance. We're going to get a goal back. What a weird game. I'm not on key highlights, am I? No, I'm on extended. This is strange. We've got a goal back with our first shot of the match. The cross comes in. Good. My Bile's in there. But Williams' Bile to basically poach it home. Okay, so we're doing all right. Let's encourage the team. Let's just pause it a minute. See what maybe if there's any certain players that are struggling. Can we change anything tactically right now? I don't think so. Because we haven't seen enough of the game to understand what the problem is. But we may have to just go a bit more direct, sort of 75 minutes in anyway. Radwan with the throwing. El Shabwari loses out, but we get the ball. Alawadi, we win the ball. This is better. Promise we're not. You see, one of the reasons we're not actually a counter-pressing team, we don't have great pace inside. We don't have great work rate, stamina, stuff like that. So this is kind of alien for a lot of us. They're obviously not a pressing side either. They're quite happy to stand you off. They're rather just a patient side. But anyway, El Sayad's in, and he could have done better there. That was half a chance, you know. That wasn't bad football from us at all. They've got a free kick for Tisdale. He's given a penalty. Unbelievable. Like, they're really efficient, aren't they, with their highlights. And I think this has to be saved for us to have any chance of getting anything out of the game. It's not. He's absolutely mullered it in for Tardo. So it looked a push, didn't it? I mean, what can I say? A lot of the key highlights we're giving away here have been goals. So we may have to change that approach now to just go more direct. Higher tempo, no time. It's a bit more expressive. Maybe passing to space as well, actually. The goalkeeper's going to have to think about distributing to the flanks and taking longer kicks. We're going to have to counter-attack now as well. And we do have a couple more subs. Al Sayad, not in the worst game. He missed that chance. Let's bring on Mustafa because he can play. And Biles had a good game. Bruce hasn't. Just a bit of defensive support here for Yetu. I think maybe this centre mid role needs to be support, and I think maybe these wing back roles need to be attack. Now, so we're going to make him a winger support. Yeah, that's fine by me. I think that's okay. I think the mentality might have to change to very attacking now as well, as we look to try and get back into the game. Yeah, the mentality is going to have to go very attacking to have any chance. I think they've got a free kick. This is why I don't like doing the pressing. How clinical are this side? Like, I feel like they've had about 6 highlights and they're 4 goals from them. Unbelievable. And this is why I don't like doing hard tackling and shit like that. Look at the fouls we've given away. I don't like, because eventually you are going to concede goals. Just conceded 2 goals from these fouls. I think we have to demand more. We haven't laid a glove on them, to be fair, have we? But we shouldn't have conceded 4 goals, surely. The chance here for someone. We just can't get near these sides. Possession has been a big problem today. No doubt whatsoever. It was a weird match, like I say. It didn't feel like with the highlights that were being shown they were knocking on the door constantly. It was one of those where we might get a consolation here. We should get a consolation. We do. It's offside. didn't feel like they were massively on top all the while. But they've done us from set pieces. Three of the goals actually originated from set pieces today. So, you know, what can I say? All four. Sorry, it was all 4 goals. So they're a really good set piece side. One from a corner. That was a beauty of a free kick. The penalty origin with the foul came from a free kick, and that was also a set piece. So that's what's done us in set pieces. Can I say? But really fundamentally, the problem in the first half, we didn't get enough of the ball. So a bad result has probably ended any chance of. We're gonna have to say I'm not happy really there. That's ended any chance of finishing in the top half. Etihad have lost as well by the looks of things. 0-1. So, well, you never know, do you? We might get something against Vadi Degla, but it's going to have to be a win now because the goal difference is so much, unless Zamalek absolutely pummel them 6-0, which is possible but unlikely. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be another injury there, 6 to 9 days. It looks like it's going to be a 10th place finish, comfortably 10th as well. I think we're gonna have to work on a different formation against these top half sides, especially away from home. You know, it's gonna have to be, I think, probably counter-attacking of some sort. And last year we did try initially, like with a back 5, it didn't work. I think I'm gonna have to think of some sort of creativity thing. Maybe some sort of D mid comes in. Maybe we could even go 4-5-1. I don't know. It's going to be something I'm going to work on next season if we are at this club. I'm not going to lie. If a good job does come off on offer, I'll take it somewhere else. If a job comes on the market for one of these top 10, I will apply. Or maybe somewhere else in the world where I feel I can move up, because the financial situation of the club isn't great. You know, we're near 700k in debt now. Next season's wage budget is 16k. Which is right on the borderline of what we are now. It's going down from what it is. Whether or not we'll have any transfer budget's unlikely. The projection's not very good. I certainly don't want to be here for more than 2 seasons, but I'm quite happy. I am quite happy to stay here for another year in Egypt. Just want to kind of build a bit of knowledge of the league, really. I think the manager profile now has got good Arabic. It'd be nice to get that to fluent, but good Arabic will help us out getting potential jobs, for sure. But yeah, disappointing result there. Next video will be at the start of next season, or building up towards the start of next season, where, you know, hopefully, maybe I'll be at a different job, different club even, but more than likely, sort of see what we can do, see what we can build up towards the next season, and take it from there. But yeah, at least this formation has got us some results to finish with. We need to try and do something to break into this top 10, get results against this top 10, because we as I say, most of our results have gone against the bottom half, not the top half. Anyway, that is going to be it for this particular video. Thanks very much for watching. Do hit that like button, do hit that subscribe button as well. Any comments are greatly appreciated. Follow me on the socials above, follow me on Twitch as well. But yeah, until next time in this FM21 Journeyman, stay safe, take care, and I'll see you around. Goodbye.